So let me tell you how I got to where I am today. We'll start from the beginning. So as a little girl, I was very drawn to rocks, crystals. I was always very sensitive to this type of world, but I didn't know what it was. And it's like that typical story, I feel like, where you hear, it all started when they were little, but it did. And I did have an aunt, luckily, who was a Reiki practitioner, who had crystals and who did card readings. So growing up, when I was, probably she started introducing it to me when I was like 7 and up. So I started at a very young age learning about these modalities, which I didn't really completely understand, but I could feel what they were about, if that makes sense. So as years went on, she did train me, actually when I was 10, and she trained me in Reiki 1, and then years went on, and in 2021, so when I turned 21, around that time, I started to go through something, we'll just say. And then in 2012, it really turned into like this full-blown severe depression and severe anxiety. I was seeing a counselor. I was going to healing treatments, where I met my mentor. All these things were happening, and I didn't know how to handle it. My mom was one of my biggest supportive people in my life, and she helped me through a lot. So when things got scary, which they did, because when you're in that state of mind, things happen. So, I was literally doing everything. I was looking at what I could eat, what I could do physically for activities. I was working with crystals. I had a guide who was my mentor, who would guide me through on what to do spiritually, which was very helpful because it made sense. And that actually, I almost feel like it was more beneficial than seeing a therapist, but all of it helped. For a little while, I was on anxiety meds, but throughout all of this, a couple years later, I changed. It took a while to release the trauma from my body, to release the different things from my body, but I will say that it was very powerful, even though it felt like a horrible time. But I'd wake up and run, and I would start to feel the good hormones running through my body, or the good vibes running through my body, however you want to say it. And then from there on out, 2015, got a download on how can we put crystals in clothing. My mom had the same thought, so I went over her house, and sure enough, yes, same idea. And then from there on out, we got instructions on how to create this crystal grid. From there on out, things just started to really take form and build. Now we're at this place where we have made a practitioner program. We're going to teach people. I am the type of person who feels things very deeply. And part of me going through depression and anxiety was meant for me to be like, I feel things to the next level. You need to stop and realize this. And then things started to kind of clear away. But the crystal grids have been amazing for transformation, releasing literally anything you can think of, even down to like feeling physical pain and kind of releasing that physical pain. That has been something that has been happening. So it's life-changing. It's beautiful. I want people to experience this. So if you are looking to have like a demo in your space, I'd love to come by. I'd love to send someone by if I can't go. We do have multiple people now in our practitioner program who are going to learn what to do and be able to provide demos as well, because they'll be working closely with Prism Wheel. So there's a lot going on, and I just wanted to share that story with you just so you can get a little bit of background information about where I'm coming from and who I am as a healer. There's probably way more than that, but that is that's what I went through, and it was a lot, but here I am. I made it through the other side, and I know that the reason why is so I can help people such as yourselves on this journey, and that's part of my life mission to help people. So I hope you have a good day.